Good morning, friends. Today we will discuss a numerical on helical gear. We will discuss a numerical already asked in GTU May 2016. Numerical says that a pair of helical gear is used to transmit a 50 kilowatt power. So P is 50 into 10 raised to 3 watt at a 1000 rpm. So the pinion speed is 1000 rpm. From the IC engine and the speed reduction, we all know the speed reduction is the gear ratio. G is 4. The operating condition is medium shock and continuous operation for which service factor is given, and it is Ka 1.75. Design the gear pair, and for that some values is available. For the pinion, sigma B is 175 and BHN is 150, and for gear sigma B is 140 and BHN is 180. So these terms are given, and we all know that for the helical gear we must know the helix angle. Here the helix angle is not given, so we are taking the default value, it is 25 degree. The helix angle psi is equal to 25 degree. Also the number of teeth is not available, so we can use the minimum number of teeth, and to avoid interference the minimum number of teeth should be greater than or is equal to 18. So we are putting like this: ZP dash is greater than is equal to 18. ZP dash is used for the virtual gear equivalent to the spur gear, and we all know the equation ZP upon cos cube psi is equal to 18, and we are putting the value of psi in this, and we get ZP greater than or is equal to 13.39. So 13.39 we can write 14 as 14 is greater than 13.39. Now we know the second equation, gear ratio. Gear ratio is ZP upon gear ratio is Zg upon Zp, and we are putting the value of G 4, and we already derived Zp is equal to 14, so we can get Zg, it is 56. Now for the beam strength we have to find Levy's form factor, and for that we have to find the number of teeth, and number of teeth equation for the virtual number of teeth Zp dash is equal to Zp upon cos cube psi. So putting the value of these both, and we get Zp dash is equal to 18.8, and same way we get Zg dash is equal to 75.2. Now from that we know that the Levy's form factor equation for the 20 degree full depth involute is 0.484 minus 2.87 by Zp dash. If the tooth system is not given in question, so we can assume that the default tooth system is 20 degree full depth involute. So we get the Yp dash and Yg dash. Now multiplying both values sigma b and y, we get for the pinion it is 57.97, and for the gear it is 62.147 Newton per mm square. From this both value we can say that the value of pinion is weaker than the gear. So for the further calculation we will use the values of pinion. So our beam strength equation Fb is equal to sigma Bp, into B into Mn Yp dash. Here for the module we are always using normal module. So putting all values and taking face width is equal to 10 into module. So we get this equation. Now for the wear strength we already know we need Zp dp. dp is equal to mt into Zp. So and already we know that the mt is equal to mn upon cos psi. We already discussed in the terminology. And mn into Zp upon cos psi. So cos psi is 25 and Zp is already derived, it is 14. So dp is 15.447 mn. Now we already know the equation of q. So we can get q is equal to 1.6. And k is equal to, for pinion and gear, if both are steel, then we can use equation 0.16 bhn upon 100 square. These all standards are available in design data book. So k is equal to 0.16 bhn upon 100 square. So we can get the values of k 0.36 Newton per mm square. For wear strength, for heavier strength in helical gear, we are using equation Fw is equal to dpb qk upon cos square psi. Putting all values in this equation, we get wear strength 108.32 mn square Newton. So from both values of Fb it is 579 and Fw is 108, we can say that the gear pair is weaker in wear strength or pitting. So we will use Fw for the further equations. And also we are finding the effective load. For that we need pitch line velocity V is equal to pi dp np upon 60 into 1000. So we are getting this pitch line velocity. We know Ft is equal to P upon V, and P is 50 into 10 raised to 3. It is given, and we already derived the equation of V. So we are getting Ft is equal to this equation. Now as we know that the nothing is given for the velocity factor, so we are getting kv is equal to 5.6 upon 5.6 plus root v. So putting all these values in effective load equation, it is Ka Km Ft upon Kv. Ka is given 1.875 and Km is not given, so we are taking as 1 and putting the value of Ft and Kv. So we will get this equation for F effective. Now for finding the module, we will use the equation Fw is equal to Nf F effective. This equation already derived in the spur gear numerical. Fw, we know the Fw is equal to 108.32 mn square. Factor of safety is not given, so we are using factor of safety 1. F effective we already derived. So by solving this equation we get mn cube is equal to 1070.088 plus 171.98 root mn. By trial and error method we are getting the value of mn is equal to 11.84 mm. And for trial and error method you can see another video from our playlist. By using the table from the standard data book, and from that first choice for the module it is 12. Now we already derived the value of module, and from that we can derive few terms used for the helical gear. We already know the mn is equal to 12. From that we can derive mt. Mt is equal to mn upon cos psi. So we will get mt is equal to 13.24. Zp and Zg we derived. Base width, face width b is equal to 10 into mn. So mn is equal to 12. So we get b is equal to 120. And dp is equal to mt into zp. dz is equal to mt into zg. And addendum height and dedendum height are 1 into mn and 1.25 mn. And center distance dp plus dg. So we get these values of center distance. Thank you.